Hello guys, welcome to class for today. This class is a very sensitive one, okay, and it's all about an inverter generator. On today's class, we'll be telling you what you need to know about an inverter generator before you get it. We already know an inverter generator is fuel efficient. You can use 2 liters on low load for as long as 9 hours. That we know. We also know this generator is splash resistant. If you pour water on this and splash water on it, it's not going to get inside the generator. We know you know that already. We also know you are aware the generator can power sensitive equipment, right? We also know you are seeing it that it is compact and then you can move with it from one place to another. That you know, but this is what you don't know, and this is from my experience over time from selling inverter generators and from fixing inverter generators. On this note, I bring to you the things you need to know before getting an inverter generator. You can see this generator is compact, but what the generator is not, it is not rugged. If you need a rugged generator, the best thing to do is to get your regular power generators, the open frame power generators. Those generators are rugged, they can fall down and nothing will happen to it. If for any reason the generator falls down, this plastic will disembark, they will split into pieces, and maybe even inside the internal components of this generator will be damaged. So note, it is not compact. It is compact rather, but not rugged. Another thing you need to know about the generator is this: the parts, though available, are not readily available. This is what I mean by that. For other regular generators, getting the parts is easy. You can leave your house, and go to a street shop and you will get the parts, carburetors, pistons, and the rest from your street shop. But for this particular generator, you don't get it that way. You have to order the parts, and that may take days or weeks as the case may be, depending on the distributor or the importer. Okay, please take note of that. Another thing you need to know is this: most mechanics have no clue about this generator. Personally, you've seen me fix this generator on this channel, or at least talk about it, and you will not have good knowledge on this generator. But some mechanics do not have a clue about it. Okay, that is why you should get a mechanic who at least have a good clue about it and I can fix it for you. When this generator is bad, do not give it to any other mechanics. They will end up damaging it for you. Okay, please take note. Another thing you should note is this: you should have basic servicing knowledge of this generator. You should know how to clean the plug, you should know how to change the engine oil, you should equally know how to decarbonize it to a large extent. If you don't, please check the video on the top of your screen. That video is going to teach you how to do all those things. Another thing you need to know about the generator is this: it is not built for motorized load. By motorized load, I'm talking about ACs, I'm talking about refrigerators, I'm talking about even fans. It is actually not built for motorized load. Okay, but that's by the way. We can also use it for motorized load, but let's be cautious. That's why I advise people, even though I have shot a video where I use it to power a 1.5 inverter AC, I did advise the client immediately after that video not to attempt it. So I'm telling this to you guys as well. Do not use it for high-end motorized load, such as your high refrigerators or your high AC system. It is not nice at all. It's going to damage the generator over time. Other loads you shouldn't use this for is your washing machine, your pumping machine. Especially your pumping machine, I do not advise it for your pumping machine. As a matter of fact, pumping machine damages regular generators, not to talk of inverter generators that are this sensitive. In terms of sensitivity, which is another point you need to note, this generator is so sensitive that any little thing that happens, even to your environment, affects the generator. If the generator begins to work and for some reason it is in an enclosed spot and the carbon monoxide happens to get in contact back to this exhaust and somehow find its way inside, you will observe there is overload alarm here, and the overload alarm is going to bleed. Okay, if carbon is too much here, you observe the overload alarm is going to bleed. That does not also mean it's from your house, but it just means the generator is so sensitive that any external factor it observes, it affects the generator. So it's not left for you to be able to keep your generator clean, make sure it's not in an enclosed place, make sure you do your routine servicing at the appropriate time, and then make sure you don't overload the generator. If you don't, you won't see any signal here. And also make sure to change the oil at when due. It is very, very important. I have opened this generator multiple times, and I can tell you this generator engine is so light. Okay, it is so light that if you manage to damage the generator by not putting oil, it is going to be difficult to fix back, except you get a new crankcase. So take cognizance of that. It is very, very important. Another thing to note about the generator, like I always tell my clients, is to always check your oil. Try to check it, because I've observed something that most clients that get this use it even more than their power generator. Because of how fuel efficient it is, obviously, they tend to maximize it. And when they do maximize this usage, they forget to check the oil. So make sure you change your oil. And when you change your oil, please and please do not overgauge the oil. If you do, it smokes and somehow have a repercussion effect on the generator, that it somehow leaks from the sidewall. Engine oil leaks from the sidewall to the top of the piston head. That is a little bit technical, but some people I understand get what I'm saying. When oil gets to the top of your piston head, it begins to smoke. So when you gauge appropriately, do not overgauge and do not undergauge. That is very important. Another thing to note is do not overload your generator. As a matter of fact, while using the generator, you would observe that when you add a load, no matter how little it is, whether a little bulb of 15 watts, as the case may be, it changes the sound of the generator. So that is how it works. But guess what? If you overload the generator, you observe that the generator sound changes entirely and it's struggling to work. Okay, I understand the generator is 1100 watts, right? But in my capacity as a technician and as a seller, I would advise you use it on 70% load. What that means is, for a generator of about 1100 watts, you can use it to power load of 700 watts as the case may be. Please take note of this. If you do this, just as I've said, you enjoy your generator for a long time. Clients who have gotten this generator and are enjoying it so much today have a lot to say about it. So be one of those clients who gets an inverter generator and enjoy it.